Okay, the GoPro is GoProing.
Oh man, it's been so long, man. I missed you.
Missed you too. We've been talking for like, what is it now? Like 3 hours since you got here.
I didn't check my watch because I know for a fact time stops when I'm around you.
It's quality, not quantity.
Yeah, but I love being back here. We're back. See, we do things a little differently. We take the week off before everyone else does, and then we come back a week before everyone else does.
Yeah.
If you go in and check your podcast right now, everybody has this week off. We chose to not do that because we're trendsetters.
We work when everyone else is resting, and then we rested when everyone else is working.
Yeah, that's how we do things.
It's balance.
Yes. Welcome to the More Than Meatheads podcast. This is Cheyne
and Luis.
And you can find us at more_than_meatheads on Instagram, morethanmeatheads.com. On Facebook, we're on More Than Meatheads. And then we also have YouTube. Spoiler alert, it is More Than Meatheads.
There's a theme going.
Yeah, I like it.
We're consistent. And also, nobody else has those names, so we're good.
Yeah, which was very surprising to me. I was like, oh, we're going to take all this.
What?
And we got these hot mics over here.
We got these dope decorated mics now, thanks to our producer and her Christmas gift to us.
I love it. Usually we're supposed to give the employees gifts, but we're not quite there yet.
Well, we're consistent with the salary. So.
Yes. You got a bonus.
Still waiting on that stimulus money.
Yeah. But if you go to More Than Meatheads on YouTube, when we're actually taking this, the GoPro video goes on there. You can see that we're adding to the studio ambiance little at a time.
It's growing.
It's not just more Japanese robots. Although, do we have additions?
I'm almost done with the next one.
Oh, fantastic.
My little Blueberry Supreme.
Yes. And we're going to give a shout out. We have a seasonal sponsor.
Yeah.
Santa's helper. I'm not sure how this works.
Something like that. We
Yes.
got a little shout out to do.
Yes, we do. So.
Yeah.
You do it.
Me.
You do it. Me,
you. No, just let me go shout out our friend to the podcast, Shirley Guzman, also known as Shirley's Coquito on Instagram.
Yes.
We're both big fans of the drink that is award winning, by the way.
It's what award?
Go. It's I don't know, man.
I'm sorry. I was genuinely interested. I did not mean to do that.
Look, I've been there. She entered contest. Like, she's won. Like, it can be vetted. Just check her Instagram. I don't know what she won. She earned the title of award-winning coquito. All right. That's all you need to know. And it tastes really fucking good.
Makes sense. I actually got a review back on from just people trying it out on my end, not award-winning, but people out there that do love it, do love the taste, but on the stronger side, which they liked.
Yeah. I gifted my hairstylist, shout out to Edwin, a bottle.
That's a barber bun.
I gave him
You're
a bottle.
Cooper Daddy.
Shut up.
Okay.
And I asked him, it's like, hey, did you try it? He's like, no, I've been sober for X amount of years. I was like, bitch, you can't get drunk off of a mojito. Apparently you can. So
wait, you are responsible. This has now become the worst ad. So you were responsible for someone breaking their sobriety?
No, he didn't do it. He shared it with his coworkers, and they loved it. And they loved the coquito, which is great. So we're also doing a little giveaway.
Yes, we are. Promotion.
Yes. We're doing a little cross promotion here. We are giving away a bottle over at Shirley's gym.
Yes, we are. And what gym is that?
Shirley goes to King Strength and Performance out in New Jersey.
Okay.
So
if you're out in New Jersey, and let's face it, if you're in New Jersey, you have a reason to get drunk. What is the promotion?
America's armpit. So the promotion is, if you're listening to this podcast and you go to King Strength and Performance, you will get a free bottle. Just find Shirley and tell her the secret password.
And the secret password, I'm going to let you say it because it needs to be enunciated properly.
Yes. Technically, it's 2 words. But the secret password words are dímelo cantando.
Ooh, what does that mean?
That means tell it to me singing. Because Spanish people are so articulate and so like to gesticulate a lot and like be very dramatic in their talking.
I see that.
Yes. So that's the password. Once again, it's dímelo cantando. It's gonna be a first come first serve.
First come first serve. The first person to go up to Shirley and say
dímelo cantando,
and you get a free bottle.
Yeah. We can also only afford one bottle right now.
That's true. So, listen, it's a first promotion. I'm sure in the future there'll be more or
follow us on Instagram and we'll send you stickers.
That's a good point.
We'll also send you stickers. If you didn't get a bottle, you know what's just as good? Stickers.
Yeah, and if you want to speak to me in Spanish, you can go ahead and do so as well.
You get that a lot anyway. So.
I do. But yes, shout out to Shirley, friend of the podcast, and definitely find her at that gym and say the password and you will get hooked up.
You will get a bottle.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Great way to end the new year. How have you been spending your last couple weeks, bud?
I went on a road trip.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you follow us on YouTube, you will also see that I put up a time-lapse video of driving from New York to Florida in under 23 minutes.
But it's your dog.
What?
Was it the wrong road trip?
No.
Sorry.
What, did you skin a cheetah? It's a great movie. But yeah, drove down to my parents' house. It's a good way to get away. It was a good way to avoid people. It was just a great trip all in all. It set a lot of personal milestones in my driving experience.
Oh yeah? When did you get a license?
I don't.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Hence the milestones. A learner's permit's like a driver's license, right? No. But drove for the longest amount of time I've ever driven.
Ooh. How long was that?
Over 3 hours.
Wow.
That was a long stretch. Never had a foot go numb, which was great. So I was like, can't feel the pedal on my foot anymore. So maybe it's a good time to stop driving.
You've obviously never been constipated.
What?
What? You sit on the toilet for a long time. I actually had a trainer ask me. I know you have a story. I had a grown man.
My face right now.
A grown man come up to me, a colleague, a fitness professional, comes up to me, and apparently if you have a random question, go ask Cheyne. I think that's what it was in HRC.
I got that. I was the Google. Remember, I would get asked you got the random.
I got the health questions.
Yes, I would get it. Comic books, movies, other trivia.
I'm just so glad no one asked me to check their STDs. And they go up to me and he goes, yeah, you know who we worked with. Come on.
No, man, it's an ingrown hair. Stop asking. Put that away.
So he comes up to me and he goes, yo, so when you're on the toilet for too long and your leg goes numb, is that normal? And I had to look at this grown man in the face and go, I'm pretty sure you're okay. I'm pretty sure it's all right. You just cut off circulation.
You should have told
you'll be fine.
Go get a squatty potty. Maybe it'll help.
First of all, if we can get them as a sponsor,
that'd be dope. I could go for a new one.
Yeah,
I could go for a new one.
You broke it?
No, I just wouldn't mind having a new one.
Oh, okay. Anyway, back to your story of road trip. Sorry.
Yeah. It's also legs going numb. All right, Murtaugh. Been sitting on the toilet for too long.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Was that a Christmas movie? The first one was a Christmas
First of all, Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie.
Underrated Christmas movie.
If you go to, if you follow Tim Kennedy, who I love, he actually rates, yes, of course, Die Hard, but rates Lethal Weapon as the second favorite Christmas movie for the first time. Yeah. For the first one. So yes, that is a great reference.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah.
Road trip, sorry.
Road trip. Drove for more than 3 hours. Also went the fastest I've ever gone for extended periods of time.
Ooh, did you stick your arms out the window and go, wee?
No, because I was just figuring out the dynamics of 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, like where to put my hands on the steering wheel also. This is how little I drive, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Put it to you this way. Every time I get in the driver's seat, I have to do the this is the gas, this is the brake. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Went over 90 miles per hour for the first time. So that was...
Why were you going 90?
I was in the left lane, bro.
Is there... Oh, so you're you're going...
On the I-95.
There are no rules in Florida. This is amazing.
Bro, this wasn't Florida. This is Richmond, Virginia. The Carolinas.
Apparently it's the Autobahn.
Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah. Well, but there was also full of cars. So cruise control was a non-option, unfortunately. So it was, be aware the whole time. What's interesting is that I'm a more accurate and better driver going at fast speeds than I am slower. So,
I'm pretty sure everyone tells themselves that.
No, I almost hit somebody going slowly. Chick jumped out of nowhere at a toll booth. I'm like, whoa!
I'm sure it would have worked out real well if you're going 90.
Yeah, and it's like, I have a permit.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how it applies in other states, but...
How did you handle your nutrition when you went down there?
Oh my god. Road trip nutrition is the worst. It's like one of those like, all right.
We're the best. Is it gas station nutrition, or what did you end up doing?
Like, you know, it doesn't matter how many times people tell you, it's like, oh, the sushi at a gas station is great. It's not true.
Who's ever said
just
that?
Kidding. I'm just kidding.
First of all, this is how I know you were in Richmond, Virginia. If they're going there for sushi.
Yeah. No, it's difficult because unless you pack a lot of snacks, which also you're just too distracted to get through anyway, it's just, you gotta do the best that you can with like the drive-thrus and whatever you can find that's open along the road.
Well, I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about in previous episodes where it's like, okay, you're gonna own that road trip where it's part of the trip is you're going to have terrible snacks along the way.
Yeah.
Or if you actually want to be health conscious about it, there's definitely easier ways to go about it. If you were traveling in areas where there are grocery stores, for instance, you can definitely...
Well, because of the parameters of the trip, it wasn't going to be like long extended stays. So there was, it was kind of pointless to invest in groceries in that sense.
Yeah, but deli meat, string cheese, jerky, some options, jerky bars are actually better if you can go find anywhere a place with Epic or anything like that.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, if you're going on a road trip, the same rules apply if I go on an airplane. I go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods first, and then anything that is relatively non-perishable, I load up on as best as I can.
I guess it's also because of the nerves of the trip. My appetite kind of goes away, so I'm not as hungry. I do notice myself missing vegetables though, because that's one of the hardest things to come across. Like the pickle in a burger does not count as a vegetable.
Bullshit.
So yeah, I did find myself like, oof, I'm gonna indulge in the dark side.
Might as well, dude.
For the next couple of days.
Trip.
Yeah. The best I could find in terms of salad offerings was a Chipotle. So.
Yeah, that works.
Which I didn't get a salad.
I saw it on the menu. That's the best I could offer. But no, that works. Is that we're looking to get away. The point of your trip, I'm guessing, was to disconnect for a little bit.
Yes, it was a disconnect, reconnect type of situation.
Yeah, so if you got to reconnect to yourself through junk food, like I need to sometimes, then go ahead.
I consider it research for the other side. Like this is what you go through.
Yeah.
So
soul food isn't collard greens; it's Reese's. You know what I mean? Whatever. But so you went down to Florida. You spent a couple of days at your parents' house.
Yeah, which is it was great. It was all things considered, circumstances being what they are. It was nice to be at the house and be in suburbia for a little bit, knowing that it was a finite amount of time, and then knowing that's like, it was one of those. Oh man, it was kind of a journey to get here. In the drive. It was nice to be there for the extent, but it's a good trip when it's just like, I'm not ready to leave yet, but I know I'm leaving.
Yes.
So it was like.
So it was a good little recharge.
Yes, exactly, and it was one of those like it was just the right amount that it's like kind of left you still wanting to do more. It's like when you can't get everything done, it's like, oh man, couldn't find anywhere to buy fireworks. That's what I love about Florida in December. It's just fireworks everywhere. You could just easily
blow shit up.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, America.
America and Christmas.
Yeah. It's like it's what you do. It's at least that's what my family did.
But of course,
I easily set aside more than $100 and just literally burned through money. Just like, what's the loudest, brightest thing I could find?
That's good, man. So it wasn't like Vegas where you just got rode hard and put away wet, where you're just like,
what?
That's a phrase. I don't know. Someone told me that was a phrase. Maybe they just wanted to hear me say it. I don't know. It got weird.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
So anyway,
I think it's gonna be the title of the episode.
Nope. Rode hard and put away wet.
Rode hard and put away.
Yes, sir. So it was not like Vegas where that happens, where you just get completely worn out of the situation. You allowed yourself to refuel, recharge, and then get back at normal everyday life. And a lot of times, what happens is people take too long of a vacation, or in this case, the pandemic being what it is that people will get a new routine.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between recharging and taking a step away, disconnect or reconnect, like we're talking about. There's a difference between that and then developing a new full-blown routine that now, when you go back to being productive, it now feels even more of a drag. This is you getting in a better mind state and being able to attack your, I won't say everyday life, but your back to normal life as best as you can afterwards.
Yeah, it was a multifaceted experience in the sense of, not to divulge too much or in no way, shape, or form be a Debbie Downer, but to just divulge some personal information. My parents passed in that house.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a sad feeling. It was a nice moment to just reconnect with something familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very nice feeling. It's like, I did feel like a solar panel. Also, it's Florida, so it's a sunshine state. So there was a lot. It rained once, but then it was also really, really bright and sunny as well. But then also to just be at my parents' house was also just charging as well.
Yeah, which is it's not I don't want to say weird, but it's not weird. But it's a different variation of what people talk about going home for the holidays.
Yeah.
It was a holiday experience, yes, and you were reconnecting with your family in that sense. It doesn't always have to be a Lifetime movie. It doesn't have to be you need to be around this certain tree and these.
It wasn't the template.
No. But you were able to find your version of that.
Yeah, and I made the best out of the situation in which, I'll be 41 in February, but for all my years, I've always spent, not Christmas, because we realized Christmas we can exchange gifts any day.
Yeah.
But New Year's, we were always around each other. And that's just not going to be the case this year because of circumstances. But looking at the cup half full, or the cup of coquito half full, it was nice to be at the house in December. So it still kind of had that feel.
Yeah.
And then also to just reminisce and get nostalgic. It wasn't, I cried a little bit. It's just natural. I knew it was going to be part of the course. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it would be cathartic. I also knew it would be, helpful. But it was also just nice to have that in the month of December. So there was a level of familiarity behind it as well.
I think a lot of people are experiencing that where they have to make, I know we're talking about, I was talking to Darren today and he couldn't spend Christmas with his mom because it was a situation where she wasn't feeling well. So I think a lot of people are having to make a little audible, or they're trying to change things, little variations of certain things, and then not letting that bring you down, but instead celebrating the fact that you took the opportunity to explore something new and something different. Yeah,
make the best out of the situation. I was thinking I'm thinking about my uncle who's in his 70s, of how it makes me kind of sad that we won't get to be around each other for December 31st. So I was like, all right, I'll figure something and make the best out of that situation. Then I'm also thinking about myself, thinking, what am I going to do? It's like, it's going to be me and Ryan Seacrest in a 6-pack. So you know what? I may do a wardrobe changes that night. It's just
I was about to say, that sounds like a great night.
And just make the best out of it.
Yeah.
And just like let's. This is why I actually look for creative outlets. It's like, what can I do? In order to, I cope by being creative. Yeah,
and for me, I know coming out of say for me finals, I had to do.
Yeah, you were really getting beaten up by that stuff.
Yes, I was, and just now, just like in the past couple days, where I was able to do my version of what you did, which of course was a staycation, because I don't go anywhere and I'm perfectly fine with that. But to get that feeling that you recharge a little bit and actually take a step away, I actually created a little bit of a boundary, and how I did this proactively is I could have worked. Past couple days, I could have worked, and I had a client that did want to meet me, and I had to put up that boundary for myself.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would need to, going back into working and hopefully everything opening back up again, I think a lot of people would need to...
How many times have we said that?
I think a lot of people need to reassess where they put themselves as a priority, and like you're saying about the creativity and being able to recharge a little bit, allow that space. That doesn't always mean, we always talk about recovery aspects of it, nutrition, sleep. That doesn't mean just that. There's a blog I actually was in the process of writing, and I realized when I was in the middle of finals week, and I was actually having to try to put out all this, produce all this content. And then I would go to write the blog, and I wasn't putting out the best
Just weren't feeling it.
It wasn't there. And I had to take a step away and realize, okay, this might be done later than I originally intended, but to do this correctly, I need to set up boundaries and a standard for myself where I can actually put my all into this. And I think a lot of times when we have so much going on, we get caught up in the fact that we don't do that. It's this thing, and this thing, and this thing. You're always on the clock. You're always on the go.
Yeah.
And you don't give yourself the opportunity to be the best at what you are doing in the moment because you're thinking about the next thing.
Yeah, so and I think you just nailed it right there when you said just be in the moment. So if you're too occupied with what you're not doing as opposed to what you should be doing or as opposed to what you are doing, you get lost in that. So yes. It does help to just, you're not running away from your problems. Just take a moment for yourself and just disconnect. Put your phone down. Just don't be around something electronic. Don't do it right now because you're listening to our podcast.
Yeah, please stay listening. Please don't go anywhere. No, after this.
Yeah. As soon as we stop talking,
then you can do that.
As soon as
I recharge all you want.
As soon as I do my outro,
that's it.
Feel free to stick your finger in the plug. Wait, no, that's not right.
What?
But to give yourself that time to acknowledge your feelings, to know what you're going through, to know that it's okay as well. It's just like, just disconnect. And then you can find yourself forming other opportunities to connect to something else.
Yeah, and I actually was, over the past 4 days, because, I mean, honestly, our actual vacation was like the past 4 days, 5 days, right? Mm-hmm. So I took the moment and I didn't go in to train hard as possible into the gym. As far as training is concerned, I actually went to the Planet Fitness down the block and I got some workouts in that would be considered high school pump sessions.
Nice.
And I just took and I was like, you know, I'm gonna take
this Friday night street workouts.
Yeah, I just put the hoodie on and I just.
Ooh, what'd you listen to?
Well, it was like a Spotify mix, but then I get I didn't pay for the premium, so I get ads a lot. So there's that.
You're waiting for the next song, you lose track that it was already 3 songs, and you lost track that it's a commercial. Yeah. You're like, all right, as soon as the next song starts.
Like you're in the middle of a set and you're just going, and you know, some hardcore rap going on, and then all of a sudden it goes
a commercial for like erectile dysfunction.
Well, all right, you kind of on the nose. That was very strange. But no, I went there, and then as far as my nutrition is concerned, you know, obviously over the past year, actually, I've really improved my body composition. But I gave myself the leeway on, especially in this past couple of weeks, where if the opportunity was there, I was gonna, you know, go off diet a little bit and enjoy some good food. And there's a point where you hit. Have you seen Love Actually? See that movie?
It's making its rotation. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a holiday movie, so it actually works well with the theme. Is that there's a point in it which is it for me, I don't like that part of the movie because it completely goes off character for everyone involved in the scene. But the guy is holding up the cards.
Yes.
For like, to me, you are perfect.
Yeah. Andrew Lincoln. He's in The Walking Dead.
Okay. Yeah, he is actually. Yeah. So he's holding up these cards, and then she comes out and kisses him for some reason, and she's cheating on him, and he's his best friend. He's going behind his back. It doesn't make sense. But after he's walking away from the situation. She goes back inside, and he talks to himself. He goes, "Okay, we're done now." Like he needed to get that out of his system.
Closure.
I swear to you, every time I'm completely stuffed after a cheat meal, that's what I say to myself. Like, okay. Yeah. We're done now.
Yeah, which is why I don't call it a cheat. It's an indulgence, and then you're ready to move on after you indulge. I think it actually works well with the imagery of that scene because that's what she did.
But so for me, that's what I did. Yes, I did go off diet, but I got it out of the system and allowed myself to recharge, so I can have the discipline moving forward.
Yeah,
and that's what it's all about is getting you in a position where moving forward, there's nothing holding you back. There's no not no regrets spelled incorrectly like that.
Regrets. No regrets.
No regrets. But there's nothing holding you back. There's no the shadow of a doubt. It's okay, now I can really apply pressure to this goal that I want to get at. And if I'm looking at it from 2021, I don't necessarily need to wait to the Thursday or Friday of this week to do so. I can do so right now.
You can do so tomorrow. You can, and it's okay because you're in control of it. You control your own destiny that way. You control your own actions and motivations that way.
And it does give you an opportunity to then attack something new. I was listening to Adam Carolla interview on the Dave Rubin show, and he was speaking about So Adam Carolla is he's kind of a unique individual where he has all this creativity, the creative aspect of it, but he also does like carpentry.
Yes.
Yeah. So he works a lot of times with blue collar workers around him, and he was talking about he's never talked about COVID with guys in his shop. Like when they're actually focused on something and doing it, you're not worried about anything else. And he was saying that to create the problems that you're looking at, make it micro instead of macro. You're never going to solve global warming by yourself.
You're not going to cure hunger. You're not going to...
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I will for myself. But
global.
Oh, sorry. But he's talking about this, and it made perfect sense to me, is that if you put risk in perspective, you have an established relationship with risk. If there's something that you are afraid of initially, or something you're a little bit anxious about, if you then apply yourself towards that goal where you have some type of risk, then if something comes along, like say the pandemic, you are in a better position to then really objectively look at the risk assessment happening because you're familiar with risk at this point.
You already have that skill set.
Yeah, you're not getting blindsided by fear, right? So you have this risk assessment ability. And just getting out there and trying something new, and we're talking about after your recharge, right? Then trying to reconnect with yourself, applying yourself to something new. I know I started a program of Olympic weightlifting now, where I want to compete coming as soon as the competitions come back up. I'm going to start competing in the Masters division. I'm a little older, but in the Masters division, and I'm trying to really get after this program, and it scares me a little bit.
It's intimidating because it's new territory.
Yeah, so for me, that's what I'm looking at, but I think that anybody can do that.
But you're embracing that as well.
Anybody can do that.
Yes.
If you just look at something that maybe, it could be something as simple as you driving for 3 hours, right? You're now reestablishing your relationship with this assessment of risk. So now when you get a new problem, you can actually apply those principles. And that's we talk about the reconnection part. I think that's what a lot of people are missing, is because they're not getting out there and going after something that scares them.
Yeah, and it's difficult, especially during these times, because it's difficult to just keep track of what you should listen to, what you should follow.
Us.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
we solved it.
But I think there is definitely something to be said. I actually heard this yesterday in one of those Catch, Clean, Cook YouTube videos that I like to watch about hunting and whatnot.
Yeah.
The guy lives in Florida, so it's way easier for him to do it. He just said, take a step outside, take a risk.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
You make the world tangible. It's something you can touch.
Yeah.
So that way, when the world comes and touches you, I got weird. But when the world comes and touches you, you know how to handle it.
Show me on this doll. So you take a risk, and then.
I'm so glad you didn't have an actual doll. Nope, we're not looking for it.
Ah, Bijou's sleeping over there. But you go outside and you take a risk, and of course, we're not saying to go go play in the middle of the street. We're not saying go get in a crowded area and not wear a mask or something like that.
No.
Nothing like that. We're just saying it's like break out of your own norm. Take a chance.
Yeah, but you can't do that until you disconnect from the norm you're already in.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about, pulling back to put in. This shit.
Bro, you're just hitting all the weird spots.
You like it.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's like, wait a minute.
But that's all we're saying is just disconnect to reconnect. Be like Luis. Don't say weird shit like me. And then that's it for today. We don't have any pullbacks, pullouts because we haven't been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that would be a little bit past the statute of limitations.
Can't claim it.
No.
Can't claim it anymore. It's not mine.
So we do have an article to go over, not necessarily current events, but this is actually an article we came across, right? And it is 5 wellness trends?
5 wellness trends to watch for next year.
For 2021, and we're being interactive here. We're pulling it up on the screen behind me. If you can see on the YouTube video, I don't know if you can see it. You probably just see the light behind me change. Oh well. And number 1 on this list is.
It is no touch, no problem. Touchless spas. Services offer a safe way to de-stress.
All right, what is that about?
Okay.
I don't know.
It touches on going to a hyperbaric chamber. For those of you that are not familiar with that, that's basically sensory deprivation. So a lot of people do find it therapeutic because you want to talk about disconnecting. That is a major disconnect.
So spa services where someone can set you up and walk away. So
yes.
like a flotation tank.
Yes.
Something like that where you can be set up on and go to a spa setting where someone's not actually touching you as far as massage therapy. That works really well. Massage therapy works really well if you're on a one-on-one basis where you know the individual. I know our boy Cisco does.
Shout out to Cisco.
He is a licensed massage therapist.
Mm-hmm.
He has established relationships with his clientele. It is very hard for someone to walk into a spa and feel comfortable at this point. So what they're saying is that in 2021, you're going to have spa services that are
you're going to have options
like recovery, right?
Yes.
Recovery was so, but was it the Nordic?
The sleeves.
The sleeves.
The leg compression things.
Leg compression.
Yeah.
Different avenues that you can go into, or different services that will be offered where someone sets you up on a device and then walks away.
What I keep saying throughout this whole time is that in chaos there's opportunity. So these touchless spas are not going to start. These spas are not going to start offering touchless services.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, the hyperbaric chamber also offers not only sensory deprivation, but it also gives an opportunity for hyper oxygenated spaces. So, which is, there's a lot of studies out, but nothing actually, I think, concrete yet about how it is anti-aging, and it's basically just like doping of sorts with your own blood.
I mean, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So you're just you're trying to increase your red blood cell count. Does that work? You would have to do it on a regular basis.
Yes.
If you can live at high altitude rather than and then train at low altitude would make the most sense. But if you can incorporate the hyperbaric chamber into your recovery, I've known a lot of athletes that do that at night.
Yeah. You can create your own little bubble of sorts in that, your own chamber.
Yes.
So.
What's next?
Next is virtual fitness is here to stay. And as I'll be 100% transparent, I'm not the biggest fan of it simply because I'm used to being more engaging and interactive with my clients.
Okay, and with 100% transparency on this podcast, I'm going to tell you, get used to it and get comfortable with it because More Than Meatheads will be offering it. So, the worst ad read ever, I think, but this is how we do it.
Honestly.
So virtual training is here to stay. I actually have quite a few online clients or people out there that reach out to me for just online one-offs or anything like that. You can DM us on more_than_meatheads to get started on that. We do offer individual, and then going out with the new year, we will be offering a More Than Meatheads team option. It's going to be designed around dumbbells, really home gym type of
we'll put out a list of ideal equipment to have.
Yeah, but you can't do it at a Planet Fitness or a gym where it's a commercial gym.
Yeah.
So it will be a great option. I know it's worked well for me. I feel like, what is it? I'm not only
the president, I'm also a client.
Yeah. That's
that was for the Hair Club for Men.
Obviously not a member of that. Not a member of that. But that's how I feel about the situation because I do all of my training via online coaching.
Yes.
So and what I like about that is I can connect to brands and companies that I believe strongly in. I train with Power Athlete, for instance. I do all my programming through them. Cal Strength, I do the weightlifting through. So it gives me the option to train with high-level coaching that I believe in that's across the country.
Yes.
So
no, in that respect, that makes perfect sense. Me having been a trainer for 2 decades at this point, God damn, that's a long time. For 2 decades, I'm just so used to the tactile approach, the more engaging. I'm just.
You look good though.
Fucking social butterfly. Yeah.
You look good for 20 years in.
As my stylist likes to say, you have really good skin. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I feel like there's a fava beans reference coming right after that. Yeah.
Virtual fitness is here to stay. Okay. Next one. I love this term. Snackable workouts.
Ooh, work out hard so you look like a snack?
I already do. But what that means is shorter sessions in the sense of especially if you're working out at home, you may not be able to carve out that entire hour because your kids are at home virtually learning and you're working from home, so you're virtually working. So you may only have 30, 45 minutes, 15 minutes here. So you're just taking snack-sized portions of that workout.
And that's really what you should be doing anyway, honestly.
Just to stay active.
But if you have active with focus.
Yes, and with intention and purpose.
So the arbitrary 60-minute window.
That's just something for commercial. That's for retail purposes.
It makes it so you can package it and sell it.
It's easier that way.
But in this case, if you just get the work done, like I said, with the online coaching aspect of it, the great part of it is, yes, the workout, if I did it all at once, would maybe equal 60 minutes to maybe 90 minutes. Yeah. And with this aspect of it, where it's like, I know I have the work I need to do for the day, I might do, especially in the morning, I'll get up, and while I'm cooking my breakfast, I'll do my active, like, you don't want to say mobility, but active recovery, mobility type of get everything flowing, and then I can eat, and then I can actually get on through my day. And by the time I actually hit my workout throughout the day, my workout's only like 40 minutes tops. But if I wanted to do conditioning component, I could separate that as well. So I have a client actually that is on Zoom all day meetings. He's in
sitting down,
tech and all that. He will have his 20-minute breaks in between meetings. Legitimately, it's like 2 or 3 20-minute workouts throughout the day, if he can, with different focuses. And so it makes it so, I don't want to say it takes away excuses, but it makes it so it's more applicable to the person and how it fits in their life.
But that's also awesome because he's improvising, adapting, and overcoming his situation. And that's what he has, that's what he's going to work with. He's not making excuses. He's seeing opportunities.
Improvise.
It's military terms.
Okay. I was about to say, I felt like I was going to get a pop quiz later on those bullet points.
It's improvise, adapt, overcome. Yep. Number 4. Above the mask, beauty services are front and center. Apparently somebody outside does not agree with that. With sirens blaring and going on.
What is above the mask?
It's just basically from chin to cheek.
Versus below the belt?
Yeah, that's extra. It's just going to be chin to cheek, just healthcare, aesthetics.
Well, yeah, also with the mask, man, you don't think about this a lot, but like the mask, having everything right here, it makes it so the skin underneath that mask is not doing so well.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I forget what it's called, maskne, as opposed to acne.
You get that pimple just close enough to the lip that you want to tell people, I don't have herpes.
I swear it's not a roach bite, as we used to call it in the ghetto.
A roach bite?
A roach bite. Yeah.
I want to revisit that story later.
Nope. But yeah. You're seeing a lot of more specific beauty care.
Yeah.
For
your clipper daddy.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was so happy when they could trim my beard again. That just sounded weird. God damn it! Now you got me saying weird shit.
First day back.
Yeah. A little rust. Number 5, 2021, the year of overcoming fitness fears.
All right. So what's this one about? I can't see it.
It's just about people being afraid to go back to the gym.
Dopey.
And they really shouldn't be. If anything, gyms are quite the sanctuary now.
Yeah.
With their regulations. Shit, bro, you told me you've gone to, which one did you go to? Planet Fitness?
Planet Fitness, yeah.
And you'll have like little teenage fucking wet behind the ears little shits telling you, it's like, oh, make sure you put your mask up.
If anyone from Planet Fitness is listening right now, that's not how I phrased it. I said that they were very professional, and they asked me politely to make sure that my mask covered my nose.
Right.
Yes. But no, so the higher level of standard sanitation is going to be found in gyms. Even though it's contrary to whoever brought up these studies that aren't true, right? The studies have actually shown that there is less risk at a gym setting, and especially if you take into consideration that these big box stores have been open this whole time, you're touching things constantly. Here in a gym, everything gets wiped down, sanitized. Even in a place like Planet Fitness that we brought up before, where I go in, they have a set amount of people that are allowed in. You sign,
and they do a really good job of regulating that as well.
You sign a booklet saying that you don't have any symptoms. You sign with a new pen, put it in an old pen slot, and then they have social distancing throughout, and everything is wiped down, and you have the ability to wipe down your own section as much as you want. So I really think, and while you're doing that, you're working on your immune system to then help buffer the possibility of this in the future.
Our old coworker, Jimmy Hitt, he is a workhorse at putting up exercise videos.
Yes, he is.
And he does all sorts of stuff all over the gym. And you see that, like, his gym is up in the Bronx, and they do an amazing job of I've never seen anyone not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And I don't see people really close to him or even around him. So everyone's even respectful of the space.
Also, they're standing back and watching what's going on.
Exactly, I was about to say.
It's more of like a spectator sport if you go to the gym and Jimmy's there.
Yeah. They're also just in awe of the fact that there's this, action figure beast jumping all over the place in these tiny, tiny short shorts.
Yeah. It's weird. I've never seen him jog. He always has jogging shorts. Very strange.
I'm just impressed with his hand-eye coordination to be able to jump in midair and pull up his shorts.
You have to, man. You gotta show off the goods.
I can barely pat my head and rub my stomach, and this dumb bitch is jumping and pulling his shorts.
Yeah. But gyms are one of those places that they know that the spotlight's on them. They know that the spotlight's on, so they're gonna go and make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the like Wayne's World, where he goes, dot the lowercase j's. So they're gonna do that. But yeah, is that it for today?
I think that's it that we got going so far.
Sweet.
Yep.
Welcome back.
All right, welcome back to you.
Yeah, and we'll moving forward, we're working on our New Year's resolution before everyone else because that's how we do.
That's how we do.
Yeah. So we will get back to you within the next couple days.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and just remember, we try to keep it fun, factual, and functional because it's the only F's that we give. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Don't be assholes. Take care of each other. Bye. Now you can disconnect and go do something else. All right, that was a good callback at the end right there.
Yeah.
All right, solid welcome back episode.
Yeah.
Oh. Before we say something we shouldn't,